Yes, dear students. Now, in the last video, you have seen that what is heat, and we have studied about the heat, how the heat is produced, and what are the different effects of heat. Means about expansion you have studied in detail. Now, let's talk about this temperature. What is temperature? Okay, children. You know that if you touch any hot object, if you put finger in a hot tea or coffee, you feel that it is a hot. And if you touch a ice cube or tray of an ice, or that cold water bottle from the refrigerator, then immediately you can see without watching, then you can feel that it is cool. Okay, so our body can also detect hotness and coldness of anything. So children, what is temperature? Temperature is a measure of degree of hotness and coldness. Means कोई चीज कितनी गर्म है उसको मेजर करना और कोई चीज कितनी ठंडी है उसको मेजर करने का ये एक मेजरिंग यूनिट है. Understand? Temperature is it's a measure of hotness and coldness. As you have studied in the previous class, in class 6, about the measuring units, or about the measurement. In that chapter you have studied about the measurement of length, measurement of volume. Means you can measure length in meters, kilometers, or volume you can measure in liters, milliliters. In the same way, hotness and coldness we can measure through the temperature. Okay, we can this by understanding the temperature we can understand that how much anything is hot or anything is cold. So about temperature we are studying now, and here related to the temperature, when we talk about the temperature, we should know about the scales of temperature also. Means on which scale we can measure the temperature. So here first of all we will study about the Celsius scale. Okay, Celsius scale. And second is Fahrenheit scale. Fahrenheit scale. Okay, Fahrenheit for Celsius scale we can use capital C and we can use the degree. Okay, like we can say that 37 degree temperature, 37 degree Celsius temperature is there, or we can use for Fahrenheit we use capital F. Degree we use here, not there. Here, like 37 degree Celsius, and Fahrenheit we can say 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. These two scales are commonly used, these two scales we can commonly see, or we can commonly identify or listen from the people. They are talking about that temperature of the body. This whatever I have written, that it is a temperature of normal human being. Okay, healthy human being. And at the resting condition, their body temperature is 98.4 if we measure in Fahrenheit, and if we measure in Celsius, then it is 37 degree Celsius. So how we can measure this temperature? You know that with the help of a measuring device, or a device which can measure the temperature, we can easily identify the these two scales of our body temperature. When you visit to the doctor, when you have any problem or fever is there, then doctor detect your temperature by placing that thermometer under your tongue. Okay, so that thermometer is an instrument, or we can say it is a small device. With the help of that you can measure your body temperature at your home also, or maybe many of you are having this thermometer at your home. So if you have thermometer at your home, you can see the thermometer. So in this chapter we will study about the two kind of mainly thermometers. Okay, one kind of thermometer, first is clinical thermometer, and you know that clinical thermometer is used by the doctors, and at home also we can use clinical thermometer to detect our body temperature. Nowadays clinical thermometer is coming in the digital form also. Digital thermometers are also available in the market, which are very easily we can see the temperature with the help of our digits. But in your syllabus you have to study about the simple clinical thermometer, which I want to show you here. I have this clinical thermometer. You can see this. This is a clinical thermometer. Okay, and children, you know that it has this basic part, bottom, at the bottom. This full thermometer is made up of glass material. Okay, and this basic part, which is looking like silver, it has a mercury, which is a liquid metal. Okay, mercury is filled here, and mercury has a it is in a liquid form, and it has a capacity to expand. When we keep it under the tongue, then what will happen? This mercury, because it is in a liquid form, and it starts raising, or it starts moving through the capillary tube. Very thin glass tube is also they attached inside this thermometer, and through that capillary tube this mercury starts moving. And here two kind of readings are there. Maybe you are not able to see. If you see natural or real thermometer, you can easily identify. In this thermometer two kind of scales are there. In one side they have written Celsius scale, and other side they have written Fahrenheit scale. Okay, and in this one readings are also written. Okay, and in clinical thermometer readings are from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Okay, because our body temperature can't fall below 35 degrees Celsius, because this we can say normal body temperature of any human being is 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, but it can fall little bit when it can fall little bit down also when anybody has very low blood pressure, or due to some other reasons also, some diseases, when we are not well, that time also due to some reasons it can fall down, but not below 35 degree Celsius. That's why its reading starts from 35 to 42 degree Celsius, because above 32 Celsius also no human can survive. Means this much temperature can't be rise in case of human beings. So that's why this thermometer has a particular number of readings. Okay, and here marking also there, means after 35 then 36 marking is there, 37 marking is there, and where that particular 37 degree Celsius temperature is there, at that point they mark with a red arrow, so that you can understand that your mercury level should be this much. If mercury level rise above that, then you can easily identify that you have fever. Okay, and by rotating little bit we can check the level of mercury, because mercury is a silver in color and glass is a plain glass, transparent, so mercury can easily visible through this glass. Okay, and by rotating little bit we can see the level of mercury after placing in our under the tongue for 2 minutes. Okay, so children, one more important thing which I want to show you in this clinical thermometer, here just above the this bulb part, this is called bulb, and above the bulb part here inside the capillary I told you that very thin glass tube is placed inside this glass case, and that that capillary tube has a constriction means little bend is there. Why they made little bend here? Because once the mercury level rise up to here, it will not fall easily until we jerk them. We put a jerk, then only mercury can come down. Otherwise this constriction will stop the mercury level here, because if we put under our tongue and if we take out and make it straight, and this mercury level shouldn't fall down immediately. To prevent that falling from this capillary tube, they made a constriction here just above the bulb place. Okay, so this constriction is present only in this clinical thermometer, not laboratory thermometer. And what is a laboratory thermometer? Laboratory thermometer is a kind of thermometer. It is also just like this, but it is little bit bigger. This much size longer it is, and that thinner is its size is just double of the clinical thermometer, or triple of the clinical thermometer, because in the lab or in the laboratory we also want to identify, or we also want to measure the temperature of many liquids when we perform experiments. At that time we need this laboratory thermometer to measure the temperature of liquids. Okay, and we simply place that temperature in a vertical way. Okay, so there is no need of constriction, because by putting that thermometer in any liquid we can easily identify or easily take reading by the vertical way. Okay, so that's why they have not made constriction in this laboratory thermometer, but in clinical thermometer constriction is there, that bend is there. Okay, and after this I want to show you that digital thermometer also. Children, this is our digital thermometer, and here you can see that digits are there. We can easily identify our we can easily calculate, see our temperature, body temperature from this digital thermometer. It is easy to use, means any child can operate it, and this is also in the same way. We put under the tongue for 2 minutes, or not for 2 minutes. It will give a beep. Beep means a sound will come when it detects the temperature, and from here you can easily see what is the temperature of your body. Okay, so in place of in place of mercury, in this digital thermometer they use a small chip they use, which help to identify the or detect the temperature. Okay, so this is about the thermometers, about the type of thermometers, and what is the main thing which they have given in this part, that how to handle any thermometer. So as I have told you, digital thermometer is very easy to handle, but this normal clinical thermometer is little bit we should know that how to handle it. That first thing which you have to do, that before putting in your mouth you should put first in an antiseptic liquid. You can see in doctor clinic also, doctors are keeping always this clinical thermometer in a liquid, antiseptic liquid. Okay, and that antiseptic liquid, when we put it, then it will sterilize it, or we can say it will kill the germs, because you can check your temperature, after that you can check some other person of your family temperature, so that any germs can't be transferred from one person to other person. So avoid that, we should first put in antiseptic liquid. After that, when you use, first you give a slight jerk to the thermometer. Why to give jerk? So that mercury level comes down and it will come in bulb, so that you will get a proper reading or exact reading. Okay, and after that you place this bulb part under the tongue. Okay, tongue के नीचे रखना आपको, and after placing under the tongue, you just close your mouth for at least 2 minutes. Okay, and after 2 minutes, when you take out, you can rotate slightly and see the level of mercury, where the mercury is situated. Means now mercury level reached to which reading or which point, that you note down. If you do this thing, then you can easily identify that what is the temperature of your body. Okay, and after that, after the use of this thermometer, again you give a slight jerk, so that mercury level should come down, and before putting into the case, again you put in an antiseptic liquid, so that you can remove the germs from this thermometer, and you put in a case cover, and then you keep it safely. Okay, so this is all about the handling or how to read the thermometer or how to handle the thermometer. And children, one thing more I want to tell you about the next topic, that I have told you about two scales of temperature. Means I have told you about Celsius, and we have studied about Fahrenheit also. Fahrenheit scale also, and third one more scale is there, because these two scales are related to your thermometer part. That's why I have explained you about these two scales also before, so that you will not be confused, because these two scales are present on the thermometer. Okay, and third scale of temperature is Kelvin. This also you should know. Kelvin we can donate with the capital K. Okay, and this Kelvin scale also used to detect or measure the temperature, but this Kelvin scale is used in the scientific purposes. Okay, for scientists when they study about the different things or different liquids, different living organisms, that time they use this Kelvin scale. In our daily life we are not using this Kelvin scale. This is for the use of scientific work, but you should know that Kelvin scale is also used to this measure the temperature. Okay, so in this chapter we have studied about the three scales of temperature: Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. Celsius we can donate with the capital C, Fahrenheit we can donate with the capital F, and Kelvin we can donate with the capital K. Okay children, so after this with this part your chapter number 4 is completed now. You read it out and read the full chapter. If you find any problem you can personally contact me on my personal contact number, or you can text me on my personal WhatsApp number also. Okay, hope you understood well, and if you have any problem you can ask it, and its exercise and question answers I'll send in the Google Classroom. So children, all the time we are marking your attendance, so give your attendance in Google Classroom. Okay, by writing your full name so that we can identify easily that who are you. Okay, because in the Google Classroom also your name was not flashing there. Sometimes your parents name or your brother sister names are there, so you write your name and mark your attendance always. Okay, so thank you. Jai Gurudev.